out here at the Greater Helotes Little League field, and what an exciting day for Greater Helotes Little League. I have Chris Garza, the Vice President of Greater Helotes Little League, and I also have Mickey Holt, who is the Assistant General Manager of the Missions Organization. And they have paired up today to do a field makeover. Somebody explain to me, what is a field makeover?
Well, basically what we're out here doing is we're coming in here to kind of help level out the field. You know, these fields here for Greater Helotes get about 600 games throughout the summer, so you can imagine it gets beat up and tore up pretty good. So part of a partnership we did with Helotes, you know, last year, this is our second year of it. We're coming out here and we do a makeover for them. And we've brought in 75 tons of dirt today. We're going to be putting all the dirt on the softball field here. We're going to till it all in, and we're trying to raise the level of the dirt up about 3 inches and then flatten it out and level it all out, because as time goes with, you know, working on stuff, it dries it out and then it hollows out and you get holes and it doesn't level. So we're trying to make it safe and fun and trying to give the kids the best experience they can here at the games.
And I guess this would kind of be like a facial or a facelift?
Kind of like a facelift, a makeover, you know, type of thing. I mean, kind of what we're trying to do, you know, and we're not trying to rebuild the whole thing, but we're kind of coming in and doing it to make it nice and make it the best we can for the kids and bring it here bring our expertise from the missions to the Little League to give back for the community.
And this is something that you haven't just done for Helotes, but y'all have done in other...
We expanded this last year into Bulverde. We haven't done their makeover yet. We're in the process of getting ready to do that. But yeah, it's something we're working on and trying to partner up with a lot of different Little Leagues around the area to just, you know, become baseball in San Antonio, the missions. When we want people to think of baseball, you want to think of the missions in San Antonio. So all facets, not just games, being a part of it, being out for the Little Leagues and doing what we can and make it over fields and everything.
Chris, this is actually the second time that the missions have been out here to Greater Helotes. What field did they do before?
Last year they did the blue field.
Okay.
It was the same concept. It was adding dirt, tilling it in, getting it all.
And who plays on the blue field?
AA, AAA, major boys.
Okay.
8 to 12-year-olds.
So, Mickey, this is something that y'all just don't focus on baseball, because I'm standing on a softball field, I believe.
You are. You're standing on the home of the 2016 World Series champions. So we want to come out here. It's all part of it. We're trying to build that love of the game, boys, girls, the whole community. So we're trying to give back everywhere we can.
And Mickey and Chris, both, y'all can comment on this, but I think it's important that Little League actually allows for co-ed baseball teams.
It sure does.
And so you actually get to see female athletes along with male athletes out there playing. Chris, have we had a co-ed team here at Greater Helotes?
We've had some girls that play baseball, kid pitch baseball. 11-year-old age group, 12-year-old age group. There's some girls that have been out here in the past. Not a lot of them, but there's a few every now and then.
Absolutely, and they say that baseball is America's pastime.
That's right.
So this is y'all's way of kind of building not only fans that might want to travel and try to play in college or pro, but just to have a love of the game that's going to be sitting in the stands long after.
Exactly. You talk to anybody that's played baseball in the big leagues, the minors, they talk about their time in Little League, and that's the big experience that we're trying to give these kids here in Greater Helotes, is that experience that they can remember for a lifetime, regardless if they make it to the professionals or they just grow up and be adults like Chris and I, you know. So I mean, that's the thing I remember a lot as a kid, is growing up and playing in Little League.
And Chris, let's talk about, I know that we have some lights that have gone up. We now have lights on, I believe, 3 fields here, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And especially with the new fields getting the makeovers, y'all are in position now to host either a district or a sectional tournament, are you not?
That's correct. We can put in a bid now and feel more comfortable that the field is safer and in better condition than it was before.
And can you give me a little idea of what that will mean for the Helotes community if we were able to secure a bid?
A district tournament would meet Little Leagues from this town, from San Antonio, from this district coming to play here, but a sectional tournament would bring teams from out of town. And it would be us, or if we were in it, 4 teams playing in the tournament. So 4 potential out-of-town teams bringing their families, staying in hotels, spending money at restaurants, hanging out for the duration of the tournament.
So this not only impacts the kids as far as giving them an opportunity to play safe and to develop their skills, but in a way you're giving back to the whole community, because now if I'm a business owner, I have a mom and pop hamburger stop. Now I get people coming in eating my hamburgers. If I have a little motel, I've got people staying in there. So it actually ties us all into a larger community, does it not?
It does, and I think that's what baseball's been for years. Baseball's always been part of that community, and not just in the games and that aspect, but in everything, and bringing people to around it. And Little League is just the same as it is at professional level, you know. You can bring people in from all over the area to come in and experience your area and help out the local businesses and everything around it.
Chris, can you give me an idea if the Little League had tried to do this on their own without the help of the missions, would it have been possible?
I don't want to say it would be impossible, but it'd be a far stretch.
I'm sure that we're talking a considerable investment here.
Yes, and having the missions as part of the fundraiser, provide all the equipment, provide all the tons of dirt, and then not only that, but providing the knowledge of how to do all these things and do them correctly the same way that Wolf Stadium gets done is big time.
So in a way, Mickey, this is kind of making a mini Wolf?
We're trying to, we're trying to make that out here. We're doing the best we can, and I mean, we've brought our head groundskeeper out here to run the show out here. So we're all here just doing what he wants us to do to make it just like the ballpark.
And that's a great leadway. Can you talk a little bit about the people with the rakes and the shovels and driving the tractors?
It's all part of our front office staff. Our sales staff, our PR directors, everybody that's part of it, our broadcasters out here. So it's all part of our whole staff trying to give back to our community and being out here to putting in this labor and this work for these guys and for the kids.
Absolutely. What a great endeavor for this. Chris, I know that the Little League has to be, really grateful. Is there anything that you would like to say to the missions, to the community? When does the season start? Can they come out and see the finished work?
Registration should open, if not today, this weekend for the spring season, believe it or not. And I just want to say thank you to Mickey and the missions, not only for all that they do out here, but for hosting us at the stadium for a game during the spring season, which is always fun. We have a lot of families that show up for that. It's just been a great relationship, and hopefully we can continue it for many seasons.
We look forward to it. It's been awesome for us. They've been able to experience two of the greatest games I think the missions have had over the last 2 years. It seems like Helotes night at the ballpark is just magical because we had a walk-off, grand slam this last year, and then the year before we had a no-hitter pitch. First time a no-hitter had been pitched in Wolf Stadium by a missions pitcher. So
wow.
It's been really kind of a unique situation with them, and we love to have that partnership and love to keep it going.
And let's talk about Helotes night. That is actually one of the things that has brought this about.
Correct, it is. It's one of the things we did. It's kind of how we started this. We wanted to find a way to help raise money for the Little Leagues, and so we got with all the teams in the league, and we come out, we give each of the kids tickets to sell and create a competition for them, and both of the last 2 years they sold over 3,000 tickets to come out. And raised over $14,000 for the leagues on both of that. So it's all encompassing with that. Plus, the greatest part of it that sometimes we all forget is we get to have a clinic with the missions players with just the Helotes kids before the game the night that they come out. And it's amazing to see those kids just light up, being able to talk to those professional players.
And I think that's more important than maybe even the ticket sales is the fact that they actually get to work on their craft. Yep. They get to develop their skills with players that have made it.
It is. And to see it, and then to go see those guys play. That's what's really cool is you get to work with those guys right before the game, and then you go out and you see those guys actually playing in the game. And I think it allows them to see it that, hey, there's a chance I can do this. These guys are real people just like them. They've started in Little League, and they've built it up, and they're living their dream.
And Mickey, let's talk about this next season because there's something big going on at the missions as well.
There is. We are transferring up to AAA, which is amazing, and it's a great step for San Antonio and the whole area. We're raising the level of play in San Antonio. We're going to have a brand new Major League affiliate with the Milwaukee Brewers. So there's a lot to be excited about out there at the ballpark this year. We're really looking forward to it. The Texas League's been great. I've been in this league for 17 years. But you kind of get tired of seeing the same 7 teams after a while. This is going to be great to be within 16 teams and seeing towns from Tacoma, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, Nashville, Memphis, New Orleans, all these other big cities that San Antonio is the same size of. We're now competing against and having a lot of fun and bringing that level of baseball to San Antonio.
And Mickey, when we talk about that level of baseball, a lot of those players that are at the triple leagues, they're the first ones that kind of get that tap to say, hey, come to the big dance.
Right, they do a lot of that, and there's a lot of back and forth. That's one of the things as we've been going through this process is they're saying, hey, be ready for the player movement because it's back and forth all the time. And a lot of the guys we'll have playing for us or even against us will have lots of major league experience already, and so it's kind of that 26th, 27th guy that'll be on our team and going back and forth. That'll be great for these people to see. There'll be names that everybody knows that'll be playing at the Wolf.
Well, that's what I was going to say too, and especially for the Little League players, here's an opportunity for you to come out and see someone that you may have seen on television 2 or 3 weeks ago or going to see on television in 2 or 3 weeks.
Right. Exactly. So it's something I think it's great for the kids. It's great for San Antonio. It's just great for baseball, period, here in this community.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for your help. Guys, I'm going to let y'all get back to work. I know that's probably not what you wanted to do, but y'all have a great day.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.